Hello, everybody, and welcome to my station. If you're here for the first time, hit subscribe the notification bell so you never miss me going live and or interviews or tutorials or behind the scenes of Bling Bling Jam, the balloon convention, or any marketing stuff, any of that. And if you're returning, say hello. I love to hear you guys and have you guys chat if this is resonating with you. So I wanted to talk about birthday parties today. And yesterday was my birthday. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Still having my birthday celebrations. Made me think about things about birthday parties and what that's all about. So, you know, should balloon artists be focused on birthday parties? Well, that depends. I mean, we all start off that way. There's a birthday every single day, right? And sometimes we get kind of through with the birthday parties. Maybe you don't want to deal with kids anymore, or you want to deal with a different market. We always talk about that, and that's really okay. However, when let's say there are different things that happen in the markets that you're focused on, I think that the birthday party is always going to happen. That's what they say. It's recession proof. And someone's always going to have a birthday party and they are going to come up with the money, even if times are tough. So, should you focus on that? I don't know. That's up to you. Like I said, usually we start off doing that, and that's okay. But, if you are feeling that your business is kind of not going to where it was, it might be something not just to focus on, but to reevaluate what you're offering with your birthday parties, whether it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, a package, something that's going to entice them, give them more value, but not lowering your prices. Those are all different things. Or if you totally don't want to do that, I totally understand. Maybe you graduate from birthday parties, as some people have. But to me, it's always a business that is going to be there. And if you pick and choose that you choose to do them, that's great. If you need some money or want to do it, it depends. And I understand that. And sometimes we get burned out as entertainers as well. And we want to do longer gigs, or we want to get picky, or it's our side hustle and we want to change up what we're offering. That's okay too. But I do think that balloon artists, you know, um, many focus on birthday parties. I'm not saying that you should focus on birthday parties, just saying that that is something that a lot of balloon artists do because there's a birthday party every single day. And why not? Why would you not want to acquire some of that business? Right. And again, I'm at the point with my business that, and after COVID, rethinking things over and doing this for so many years, and, you know, that I pick and choose what I want to do. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. And that's okay. We're all in different places, right? But for you that's watching this, if you can relate to that, I'd love to hear a comment and how you can separate yourself, and or if your business has gotten really tough with the competition in your area, how you can separate yourself from your market. So, a couple things. I know back in like the 2000s, like 2006, 2007, things were getting a little hairy with some events. And I said, what am I going to do? So I created some goodie bags and I got some businesses to sponsor those goodie bags where they would give me a coupon for the adult and a trinket slash toy for the person, the birthday party. And I let them know, like, different businesses. Well, I'm out and about doing lots of parties and people want more value, but you are also trying to drive traffic in here. And we know that kids a lot of times will say, Mommy, Daddy, I want to go to this restaurant, or I want to go here, or they want that happy meal for the toy, or they want that cereal for the prize, whatever it might be. Just like if they want you and you market yourself really well, parents will come up with the money, even if their money is tight, right? So we have to know that. Hello there. Hello, Connor Show. I'm not sure who you are, but I think we chatted before. Welcome, and let me know where you're from. So I wanted to share that with you. Big shout out to Donna in Boston. She was sharing with me. She's giving out these little 3D dogs, and it's great little prizes. Anything to do to get your business out there and separate yourself, right? And go what they call the extra mile. Oh, yes, I think we chatted before, Connor. And you're from South Wales, Australia. Welcome, welcome. Did we chat before? Let me know. I'm in Boston, United States, obviously, Massachusetts. So I love to share the ideas, and there's always lots of ideas and endless things, right? In terms of the birthday party business. But again, whether or not you should focus on that or not, that's up to you. But it's the easiest thing to do, of course. It doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean that if you stop doing birthday parties, you can't go back to doing them. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If you are aiming to be more professional with your balloon business in terms of your delivery, not just your balloons, but the way you dress, the way you conduct yourself, what you deliver, and you want to portray that, you can up your birthday parties to another level as well. So it's always about reinventing yourself and thinking what you can do to do better than you did before. You know, they always say, uh, practice makes perfect. We've all heard that, right? It doesn't, though. Practice only makes improvements. You can always do better next time. You're always getting better at your balloons. You always get better at your professionalism. You always get better on what you deliver and your products. And that's in any profession. We're no different than that, being a balloon artist, right? It's so true. So, birthday parties is the easiest market to do, of course. So if there's balloon artists that are having a hard time, during these times, or balloon decorator, the birthday parties are never going to go away. We all know that. Ideally, they're recession proof or whatever you want to call it. So it could be that you offer a package of an hour and a half, and and if you book me for this price, you get this air filled, you know, balloon arch, or you get 2 columns. For balloon twisters, that's easy to do. It's a no-brainer. And for decorators, to add the embellishments on, which is what we talk about at the Bling Bling Jam, which is deco twisting at the next level, called balloon fusion now, you really can separate and be the one-stop shop. Anybody that thinks that deco twisting is not in right now and hasn't been for a long time, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Okay. Because after COVID, right, all these people that came into the balloon business with organic and things like that, and good for them, there's enough for everybody, right? They really need to go back and see how you can separate yourself. Or I'm hearing lots of people in their areas that are having a hard time right now. So just think of what you can do. But the birthday party business, if you had stopped it, or you say, I just want to do 3-hour events or 4-hour events, I get that. But make it worth your while, but make it worth the customer's while as well, because I do think that that's the primary business that most twisters get, but even decorators too. If you package it the right way, balloons are in, right? And why not? So there's different things you can offer just by being creative, and it's the value of not just the balloons and the time you're there, but your professionalism, how you deliver yourself, what you're offering, how you speak, how you dress, how you do a whole lot of things, right? And it's just so interesting. So, yes, it was my birthday yesterday. Yes, I'm still celebrating. It's making me think about different things. And I wanted to share that. And yes, I was in Vegas last week. The Bling Bling Jam used to be in July, and rumor has it that it was my birthday party. That's not true. When it first started, just so we know this, when my dad passed away, my uncle gave me some money. He said, "Go to Vegas for your birthday and celebrate and think of your dad." And that's how that happened. And I started taking people out for a balloon jam to a buffet. Janet and Patrick and Roger specifically, and we went out and we started jamming, and that's how it started. But it was never about my birthday or on my birthday. But just to make that clear, but now it's in November anyway, November 8th through 12th, and it's all good. But birthdays are special for everybody. Birthdays are a great market, and birthdays you can make special for somebody else if you think out of the box and think about what you can do your competition's not doing, what you can do to make that so special and so memorable that they'll call you back if you choose to, what you can do to do better, right? What you can do to do better. That's what it's all about. And, I'm a magician too. And I remember doing magic shows with the One Balloon Zoo animals, and I was charging like $500 for a show and getting it. This is years ago. But I was there for a long time, maybe an hour and a half or so, but it was also more work. But I was also giving people other things with that show. And really, it's people pay for a bouncy house, $500 to $700 for the weekend. Are you as an artist not worth that? Of course you are, right? So don't look down upon the birthday party business, and don't worry if your competition's charging very low. It's all about perception and what you're offering and how you can market yourself and what suits your personality and how you can be better, not just with your balloons. It's about your professionalism and your delivery. We speak about all the time. A lot of the Bling Jam people understand this. We love balloons at the conventions. We love the competitions. It pushes your art and the art itself, right? But a lot of artists are totally broke. I've heard stories, and again, no problem. We all go through hard times, right? Where people were at conventions that they were sleeping in their car because they hadn't had the money to pay for the hotel. And again, things happen, and I'm glad they're hungry for the business, but that shouldn't be. We should be making the money and charging our customers what we're worth and getting it and showing by delivering that value, not just with the art itself. So a lot of people that come to Bling Bling Jam always speak about they want line work. They don't want these crazy things. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have that at Bling Bling Jam. We do, right? It doesn't mean there's not a purpose for that. There is. It doesn't mean that you can't get a customer to buy that, because if a customer's willing to pay for something, that's great, right? And we get it. At the end of the day, it's what is going to make money for you on a regular basis and having some common sense, right? So when we deliver, and we're not in a competition with our customers, okay, or other artists with your business. You're in competition only with you, okay? And there's an abundance for everybody. But people hire you based upon your professionalism, based upon how you even send an email, okay? How you speak, how you conduct yourself, and are you giving them what they want, okay? I know sometimes we're at events or we're working for other people, and we're working a line, and there's other artists there, and other artists want to show off and make whatever it is, and it's great. And again, if you can do that, that's awesome. It's fun. I know we get bored. I do too. But if the customer told you they only want swords and flowers and you're getting paid, you're making something else, shame on you. We're pissing the customer off, right? With a birthday party, it's so specific to that one child and the children there that when we pay attention to the details and we don't just deliver the good balloons, but we listen to everything they're saying about everything, right? And we go the extra mile, you can charge really what you want, even at a birthday party, right? And you'll get that clientele. People, I think, will always have birthday parties no matter what. I think you guys know that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, if that's something you don't choose to do anymore, I get it. I do them I still like to do them, but I pick and choose when I do them for different reasons, okay? It might be my schedule, it might be this, might be that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. And yeah, who doesn't want the gig on a Saturday and Sunday that's 3 to 5 hours? Of course you do, and being in one place, it's always better. But I find the birthday parties to be fun and rewarding too. It's such a special moment to be, viewing the happiness through a kid's eyes as we were there one day. I was in Vegas last week and I was having some moments chatting, and I was visiting with the Ronald McDonald House. And I remember having my birthday party at McDonald's, and it was so cool. I was obsessed with McDonald's as a kid. and I wanted to go there, and they were great birthday parties. I don't know if they do them anymore, but I know they used to do a lot of birthday parties at McDonald's. And your birthday is such a big deal. It's like the holiday time, right? When you're a kid, it means everything. And recently, I met with my mentor, and it's on here. You can watch. I'm going to go see him again. He's 97. When I was 10 years old, there was a magician and balloon guy named Mr. Bentley who totally changed my life. And big shout out to him. And he gave me an apple balloon. I was like blown away. And of course, mommy, daddy, I want them at my party. Mommy, daddy, driving them crazy. And we have to think about that as well. And having my birthday yesterday and having some sentimental things with that and my trip to Vegas just made me think about that. And again, whatever makes things important to you. And I understand people are artists or they just want to make money because everything costs money. I get that. But when we're talking about getting paid and we're talking about being a good artist, are you a good artist in delivering that message and really making that little kid feel special? Are you a good artist in delivering the message to that mom that hired you and the other moms there and having a conversation with them and delivering to them and going staying a couple of minutes after, okay, and not rushing out? I understand that if they take advantage enough, okay, but are you thinking it through? Okay, and are you looking at package deals that, okay, I don't want to leave the house unless it's at least 500 to $750. Make a package then if that's what you want to do, and make a couple things. Maybe you do balloons part-time and charging 150, 125 for a birthday party for an hour and a half is what all you want. You live in a different area of the country. Great. Why not relook at that? And why not make some more and relook at your package and what you're offering? Why not always try to do better? Why not always ask people questions, your customers? Why not think, well, I want to continue my balloon education, but I can't afford it. Don't even put those words into your vocabulary. You can afford whatever you want, right? If you think so, just think better, right? And then start delivering it, figuring it out. Because the balloon education, and there's more than just the balloons. A lot of people just think it's just the balloons. It's not. It's the way you think, the way you conduct yourself, and it's the way we associate with our peers that are at the level of where you want to be of having a successful balloon business, whether it's twisting or decor. And there's different there's different things that people offer, okay, in terms of education. There's some that cost thousands of dollars, and great. There's some that cost less, great. There's some people that want an experience that does jamming, great. At the end of the day, it's the value, and to me, it's also the truthfulness and genuineness and knowing what your customer wants, and that's all that matters. It's not We're not here to show off and to show off your art, although that's fun, okay, to other artists. You're not in competition, or maybe you are, I don't know. But there's enough for everybody in your market, okay? There's people that sell Toyotas, and there's people that sell Lamborghinis. They have different markets. What is your market? With the birthday party business, there's people that charge really low, but they do simple balloons, and that's okay. They get the business. The people that do other things, they charge more, and that's okay. And again, if you pivot yourself, if there's tough times going on, right, you can create any of that you want, right? It's whatever works for you. But the birthday party business, I do think, is something that is not going to go away. And it is obviously one of the easiest things to do to a degree, but there's different levels within the birthday parties as to what you can create and you can actually expand upon. So I think it's something to think about. And I think that anybody that here has a comment to add, I'd love to hear your take. And I love to chat with people about stuff like that. And, you know, when we rise the tide, it raises all the ships, right? When we teach our customers what our value is, instead of devaluating the balloon artistry, the twisting, the decor, okay, then they start expecting X, Y, and Z, but you can also charge for X, Y, and Z and never have the problem that you're broke. There's no reason to be broke with the balloon business. There's always stuff. People ask me, are you working now? Are you doing this and doing that? After my mom passed away, I recreated myself. I have no problems getting business at any time. I choose to get the business I want. Okay, at this point. Okay, we all have different reasons and purposes for what we do. My point is people that do need to do it, and that people that do need to look at that the birthday party business is there for you. And you can do it with any area you want to focus on and change things up if things get tough. And just think and have common sense and network with the right people that are going to share that with you, and not, you know, everything costs money. Balloons cost money, conventions cost money, your time costs money, your supplies cost money. But sometimes you pay so much or too little, and it's not the right quality for you. Okay. And when you perceive that to your customer, you're gonna win. And that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, like I said, I'm still in birthday party celebration. I think I'm gonna go out with a friend tonight to the casino. I'm having fun. It's my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday, and I just want to talk about birthday parties. It just came to my thought process. I've been walking every day. As I say, I twist balloons. I make balloon animals. I don't want to look like a balloon animal. We have a balloon wedding coming up with Cecilia and Ian at the Bling Bling Jam. We did one 11 years ago with Debbie and Donald. Debbie Stevens is making the balloon dress. Can't wait. November 8th through 12th. And I want to be healthy. I don't want to be huge, but it's really about my health. And I say that because every party we do, here's cake, here's pizza. They're like shoving it down. You're like, okay. And I try not to take food when I go to an event, but sometimes they like bring it right in your car. It's like, oh my God. And it happens. And yeah, I cheated with my birthday. It's my birthday. Okay. But I'm working on my wellness as well. And I feel that's important as well, because I don't want to, I want to be around, right? That's my purpose on that. But the birthday party business is great. And again, you don't have to do it like everybody else does. You can do it the way you want to do it. And you can also get around the right people that are willing to share and live a life of abundance. And Bling Bling Jam, I think you will love, whether you come in person, which is a great experience, or join us virtually. We do a virtual once a month Zoom. We come together with a great community. And if you haven't done one before, send me an email to yourpartyschool@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description with your first name, last name, your business name, where you're from, why you'd like to come to Bling Bling Jam, and I'll send you a one-time complimentary Zoom link to the next Zoom. It's going to be, oh gosh, I think it's the 12th of August. I'm going by memory. I'm pretty sure it's the 12th of August from 8 to 10 p.m. East Coast time, USA. And again, we have people from around the world in there. If you're in Australia, I believe it's the next day. It'll be your Thursday morning, I believe. Connor, I'd love you to come if you're available. And if you decide to register for in person or virtual, you get all those taped. We're working on another way of sharing that, because we got a Facebook bug. I'm going to get that straightened out really soon for the replays. And you also get replays from Bling Bling Jam, most of the twisting classes. So it's a great situation. If you come in person, you get that too. It's like, holy crap, you get a lot. And we have great networking with a great group of people. And I so appreciate everybody. We all have different things that we add. Everybody does not know everything. I don't know everything. We all keep learning as the world changes, right? But you want to be on the cutting edge of your industry, and you want to be in a place where people are sharing, and people are really sharing their knowledge, because everybody wins. And around people who live a life of abundance, there's nothing wrong with charging people for stuff. Of course, in the industry, there's expenses with stuff. Of course, nobody owes you anything or owes me anything, right? We get that. But then there's a limit too. Okay. because when we're all being sold to every 2 minutes, it gets to be like, what's up with that? Okay. And I have nothing bad to say about anybody else's events or whatever anybody else does. Thank God they all do. There's enough for everybody. We all learn from everything. So thank God for that. But at Bling Bling Jam, and again, I can't control people, whatever, but the essence of it is that we all want to grow and share. And the friendships that people have developed through this group is amazing. I know that I might get stuck on how to make something. I can call certain people. Somebody else chats with me, like I was chatting with Darren Mortimer the other day about some business ideas, and I was sharing with him my thoughts. Okay, I'm chatting with Katrina this morning about my thoughts. I'm chatting with Michael Mothy. I'm chatting with people like Natalie from England, different people, Nick in New York, and we're sharing things and ideas. And that's how we grow, because when you live a life of abundance, there's enough for everybody. When we don't, that's when we go backwards and we wonder why things happen the way they do. I had a mentor years ago that was a great mentor, college professor, and he always said, people want to get before they give, and they wonder why they end up empty. So true. So go the extra mile for your clients, go the extra mile for what you see fit, but charge what you're worth, okay? And have that fine line of course, nobody wants to get taken advantage of, but make sure that you perceive as you're giving people the value, and keep getting better on that. And within the birthday party business alone, there's many different areas that you can focus on and be unique, and nothing ever stays the same, and you don't have to ever stay the same. That's the point. And focus on the marketing part, on the package part. It's so important. People want value, right? So keep that in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to go live for a minute on here since I've been back, and got it in today. I'm excited about that. And sorry, I just had a call. I'll call that person back. And thank you so much, Connor, for watching. I don't know if you subscribed, or we chatted before. And if you haven't subscribed to the station, hit subscribe, the notification bell. I love people's feedback. I'll be going live, trying to do it once a week. We have some tutorials coming, basic and other ones. We have a lot of interviews on here of different artists, and I'd love to get to know many of you guys that we don't know. I think it's so important, but people that have attended Bling Bling or going to attend Bling Bling is who I interview right now. And then what else? Behind the scenes and more information coming, and just some good tidbits for creating a successful business. We love all the balloon sponsors. They're great. Thank God. A lot of them don't know the business, or they bought into that business. They learn from the people in the field, just like people that are in corporations. You go to a restaurant, they change this item on the menu, or they did this or they did that. And everyone's saying, well, they work in the office. The people in the field, you guys, the ones watching this, we are the industry. This is all you got, is each other. So when we're in a environment of sharing and getting better and being real, that's when we all grow. A rising tide raises all the ships, right? So thanks, you guys. Hit subscribe, the notification bell. Stay tuned. Some more interviews and more stuff coming. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about Bling Bling Jam, and I'm super excited about the next Zoom. And by the way, in Boston, we're going to have a local jam on Monday the 10th August at International House of Pancakes. That'll be 6 to 9 p.m. That's in Brighton, Mass. Anybody is welcome. It's complimentary. Just order food and tip the waitress well, so we're allowed to come back. That's all I ask. And on Wednesday, the 12th, if you've never been to a Zoom before for Bling Bling Jam, one-time complimentary. If not, you register, and you can get all that. And send me an email at yourpartyschool@gmail.com. You guys have an amazing weekend. I'm going to have a good fun tonight. Still celebrating my birthday. How about you? When's your birthday? Are you going to make somebody's birthday special today? Because we are on the party business. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks so much. Over and out. This is no AI, just a raw chatting and footage. I'm loving this. You guys take care, and I always forget how to shut this down. So let's see. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. How do I shut this down? Let's go. There's no X on this. Hmm. Okay. Do I have to sign out? Oh, end stream. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.